What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This is a channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. Check this out, man. It's finna get deep. I done did a part 1 already. You guys go check that out. There is a difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Now, we finna get into even more detail of what can happen with a soulmate versus what can happen with a true flame. And now, when we looking at these true flames, we looking at this fire has to be able to come together, have to be able to come with some agreements. But before we even break that down, we need to understand that a soulmate is two separated flames. So if it's a flame over here, it's a flame over here. Now, it may be times these flames get close together. And it may be times these flames separate further than the motherfucker, where y'all feel like y'all on two other ends. Sometimes y'all ended up coming together. Sometimes y'all end up coming up separating. But all of these things come with different type of things, right? Where it's opposing energy, where one might not accept this and the other one might not. So when it comes down to y'all understanding acceptance through y'all mind, y'all know where y'all stand at. I'm over here, you over here. This is your dreams and what you want to do. These are my dreams and what I want to do. But we're in the area of each other. Our fires, our hearts is burning next to each other, but not connected, right? Soulmate shit, right? Where I could feel a little inspiration coming up off of you, and I could feel a little something, but it's still space in between that, right? Because it's not together. If we put two flames together, it's going to become one, right? So it's always space in between. Now, this space is what people don't understand. These things come as in space, right? Air. It might come as the way y'all communicate. It may come off as y'all living circumstances. It may come off as many different things of why is it space there? Oh, we love each other and we both want to be rich and we both want to grow successful. But this person's success preaching them being by themselves. Or this person's success doesn't involve others. So it's still like, wow, y'all still building, aka y'all still have fire, still got everything there, you still kind of inspired by each other, but it's almost like a self-reflection thing. So this is where it started getting, right? When we talking about like that break and that separation of, even when you start looking at the scale of justice, right? And you see the break and the separation of balancing things. But if you ever look, it's actually something in between that's holding these things at a balance. Now that thing is what's between is the space, the trials, the tribulations, and the things that's going to build y'all, give y'all structure, a tower that is holding these two things on the end, that is telling you, hey, this way this and that way that. So sometimes that's the reason why when some people been in a relationship for a long time, it turned to a comparison ship. You feel what I'm saying? And one got to feel like they're doing one more than the other. And sometimes that comes with, it could either be an ego thing of where one's just starting to get their just due and they don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? Just like when somebody first get their income tax money and they never have money, or just getting their first big bag. It's not going to be necessarily thought about and structured, right? It's going to be more free and open due to the opportunity. So like this is getting down to the 10th house versus the 11th house type of things, right? Because when we start looking at the energy of what is in between these, it get airy. Because we know together a kingdom, we know a kingdom look powerful, but what gives this power? What gives the power is when you look at it and you see the solid foundation of what has been built, what has been structured. So when you're looking at a twin flame, it's deep because y'all realize what y'all got going on in each other's life. It might be separated, but you build it together. You start putting it together. Yeah, we want this and we want that, but hey, we're gonna do this shit together. So if you get knocked down, I'm here to support you, here to pick you back up, here to keep your flame lit. So AKA, even if one lighter go out or even one fire go out, it have enough fuel coming off the other one, or at least that fuel that's coming out, just the person to have the intent to want to do something and lack the motivation. The only thing they need is somebody behind their back. Just say, hey, you can do this. You really can. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Start putting it together. Especially when y'all both go through something, right? And it's like, it's trying to pick out y'all flames. Y'all both flickering. Y'all both fighting to even stay alive. And it's like these things that picking out y'all flames is people around you, things that's going on, and it's always the shit that's just in your area. So this is why I said the associations. So depending on how far these doors open or how far these things go. Because a lot of things nowadays, depending on what you have in your name or what you have accumulated with you. So now when we're looking at people to nowadays, a lot of people want to be separated. They want to keep things open because they seen where a relationship didn't work. The person got cheated on after 16 years and this and that. So We got all this type of stuff going along. Not only that, you got people that's on the internet that is feminists. Hate to say it like that, but they're feminists. And then you got people on here that's alpha males. So you got some dudes that this far away from getting gay, and you got women this far away from destroying all men. So I hate to say it like that, but this is what's going on. So now you got dudes two things saying like, oh, a woman can't be independent. Oh, or a man can't do what a woman do. Oh shit. Here we go. We start having cycles, seesaws. Instead of us being on the scale and managing balance and shit, we got seesaws. One throwing one down. Look like a nigga doing the NLE out that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? And this is when it comes down to shit talking each other. Starting to talk down upon each other. Now y'all don't even need each other at this point. Y'all already separated and building shit separated. But now y'all gonna talk down on each other. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but lure that flame between each other. And next thing you know, it's gone. No love, no passion, no nothing there. No inspiration at all. No will to want to do for it. So sometimes you get like that, and sometimes you get when one side is down and one side is up. Because in this world, the way that this shit is built, a lot of people mental is not ready to understand balance within themselves. So when they go out to the world, they can find balance with the world, right? Where you gotta know, hey, I'm whatever gender I am, I should use this percent. Anytime I'm using more, I'm doing too much. Anytime I'm using less, I'm not doing enough. AKA your principles of polarity. How you want to control that energy within you. So when you try to come out, you know how to make things harmonious. And then this harmonious is going to start building some actual fire, some actual shit around the heart, around the shit that y'all intent to do together. So now you got this burning fire, this flame. You get what I'm saying? That never like ending. No matter how you try to burn it, it's like it don't sticking. Soon as once it look like something triggering, it just it go back up even higher. So now when somebody talk down on y'all, y'all motivate each other. Nah, baby, fuck that. We gonna show the world. We gonna show people. We gonna do this and do that. Boom. And y'all together. Although y'all going through all the shit in the world, that let y'all know y'all they ain't let space in between y'all. Y'all kept that shit together. Y'all kept that flame. Y'all kept it inside a light and kept it contained. So y'all all showing all elements. It's just the way that a person to see it, right? Where y'all have a blue burning flame, where y'all emotions and stuff is what inspire y'all. So when somebody kick one of y'all down, y'all two know how to pick each other up and keep each other burning. Know how to be the air, you know what I'm saying? And also how to be the gas, the fuel, or the gas, the air, and how to be the spark, the fire. So when we see these things, yes, two flames do make a right, aka, but two flames separated does not make it one right. You get what I'm saying? It's always going to have differences. It's always going to have comparisons. It's always going to have but if, or if this, and what if, and I'm adding this, and it's going to have a whole bunch of space within these two flames. So their love life can't be just a love life. They got to go through this and got to have that tied and all this that stuff there. But where one might agree and one might not. So it's going to be like what's the name? But at the end of the day, y'all, what's so tricky about this stuff is that's how the world try to perceive it to certain individuals. So even when you go to a job, as y'all know, most jobs don't like for family members to work with each other. But at the same time, we know if family got to have each other, they're going to be like, damn, bitch. At the end of the day, especially when it's based off them and they ain't trying to go outside nowhere else, they're like, bitch, if we don't do it, nobody is. So at the end of the day, it's that type of thinking where you got to have with each other, where you got to want to build each other. If y'all both want to build each other, it don't take that having to be separated. Anybody could do that from a long distance. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to true love and true intent to build and fight through this world together, that is what a lot of people is here for, even to yourself. So even if you're a person that can't find an actual love life or lack the love of other people or something, you actually have that shit within you, what you might have to bring out. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times, y'all we dealing with now is you got relationships of being just what it is, a relationship. That's easy. You can get a relationship with anybody. But it's deep when you have a twin flame. Why? Because y'all ain't just make a relationship. Y'all have made a business ship. Y'all have made structure together. Things that y'all have to keep up with. Hey, you do this, I do that. Yeah, y'all both can do that stuff, but that's what get a beauty to it. So if you is slacking in this area, the other one can step up. Because y'all got each other, not y'all got yourselves. When you got yourselves, sometimes you going through so much shit, hey, I can't help you. I'm going through shit myself. So that's when those couples there, they hear that more than any other couple. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes down to twin flames and soulmates, the world is putting out a real good soulmate image, right? Where soulmates is on top. Where fuck building together. How about we eat our pie, have it too, share it with others, and fuck the consistency of self. The whole world is shared. So why don't we just share everything else? Even share our passions and our dreams. leave space in between it. Instead of us combining it and bringing it to the world and showing them what we have built, showing them that we built this structure, this thing that forever burn. You know what I'm saying? Eternal flames. So when it get down to that, a person don't understand that this gonna keep that love burning. I'm talking about burning. I'm talking about like, yeah, who want what? Who want what smoke? Yeah, don't touch our love. Don't touch it. It's hot over here. Anytime y'all separated, y'all allowing people to put hands and turn around and mix around and muddle because it's space in between these two flames, not together. That's the main thing I wanted to get out. So anyways, man, at the end of the day, man, we got to stay motivated. If you can't motivate your love person or something like that, in this time that we live in right now, just don't even say nothing. Just don't even say nothing. If you got to express something that's always in a negative light, just don't even say nothing, right? Because at the end of the day, when you're doing this stuff, not only is you breaking down with this person in their love life or the love life you have with them, but these things, you're breaking down this actual person will of wanting to do or going on. So at the end of the day, y'all, I came also to say a motivation out of this. Kids, stay strong, man. For real, just stay strong. I know I talk a lot of shit, and especially how this video sound. Probably sound like I'm just mad at the world, but no, it ain't that. It's just like some people have certain gifts, and some people can see certain things. No matter if my life work out the way that somebody else wanted to or whatever, that be the whole point, man. Some people just got to live their life instead of worrying about others people's life. And if somebody else got something to worry about in life, stop putting so much emphasis on it. So that's the reason why I was saying earlier, too, with the feminists and the alpha males. The alpha males want to talk about basically dogging out females, and the feminists want to talk about how a man shouldn't even exist in the world. And we already know, y'all, due to the man being the number one, being the independent, being have to be the stronghold, and all this, that, there, they can have all that, but they can't have no benefits, glories, or nothing else. So when we break down this, we do live in a majority feminist world where the world based off of the feelings and based off of pleasing to someone. Men is used to putting work out in the world, women are used to receiving. So when they even get down to our mental and our spirit, they have to come from somewhere. That's why they knew how to bring these things out to us. And even when they started to make cartoons and stuff, and I'm gonna do that video. I got a video I want to do talking about like basically Wonder Woman, Superman, and all these type of alpha dudes and all these type of alpha women, all these barbarian things. I want to break down a couple different things for y'all because a lot of people don't see it's just what it is. Even the whole Amazonian race, it's just women that's so independent, that side that they would have need over here, they don't need. And that's how this world is being built right now too. When you start looking at how systems are, the government system themselves, when you go to projects and see how many kids don't have their dads, and you start looking at things like that, no matter if you want to accept this shit in reality or not, this shit is some shit we actually going through and we actually living. And it don't matter if you don't want to face it. It don't matter whether you try to put it to a degree to be like, oh, them kids' dad don't want to be here because of this, because of that. Nah, fuck that. Their dad don't even have the rights to be in a need no more because the government has already taken the job of being the husband, of being a man, because if they could do it, they could tell you how to structure your mind. They could tell you how to do things without them actually being in the household telling you that. So then when you got women like that, it's hard for them to even listen to a man, right? Where they have all these things that's gifted to them so that they don't have to put up with bullshit. So they don't have to hang on the ledge of the cliff. But if they choose to, they can now, because at the end of the day, if they hang on the ledge of the cliff, it's a pillow right there when they fall. As in being a man, a lot of people wouldn't understand that shit unless you actually was. So when you fall, motherfuckers about falling down in them things. So a lot of times, some men get so independent that they don't want another woman, so they have multiple women. Or you see what I'm saying? And then that shit starts spreading out like that. So instead of a man being able to control and keep one thing focused, got too many others. So this would be another way how men lose their twin flame focus, right? To where now it's like, damn, bro, everything cute, okay? Anybody can be cute. That ain't what make love love. What is y'all willing to do each other? Who's gonna scratch each other back? Fuck all that. We need to lift each other. We need to be the thing that brings balance to each other's life. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you need somebody to have you on this, but you got all this going on. I got you. You do that shit, I'm gonna do this. And when we start having shit like that, man, y'all can make a lot of shit work. Shit that you didn't even think would have worked. Probably old exes and shit that y'all didn't even realize y'all bumped heads away from each other. That y'all probably could have got along. Yeah, y'all wanted to be independent, but hey, when y'all both wanted y'all own place, or y'all both wanted to be in the same house, y'all could have still did it. Y'all could have still did both. Y'all could have got to a point where one of y'all have an apartment, just never be there. And y'all both live in the same house, and now y'all like, you know what? Hey, I see where this going. Cut away the apartment, or hey, let's bring it in, or even use both of them for a benefit. Like, hey, let's sleep on this side for some days, and let's go to this side, or even use it as like a vacation home within each other. So you lose it for the times that y'all want to create a little space to start getting a sense of breather or whatever. But when it comes down to a lot of things is strong, upholding relationships coming through this world took the least amount of space, took the least amount of time. And that's why they're so strong and so solid. And ain't gaps and holes in between it. Because anytime the holes were coming apart, they took that time to build that shit and make it back solid. So at the end of the day, that's what we talk about when we talk about these twin flames and these soulmates. Because at the end of the day, bro, anybody can almost find a soulmate. You feel what I'm saying? You just gotta find somebody that's feeling you hard at the time as you feeling them hard. So at the end of the day, anybody can like each other. But who's willing to build with you? Who's willing to want to build? And it don't take women independency to want to separate and build away from a man. You could build with a man and just show that you're independent in a relationship. Show that, hey, if anything go down to it, something happened to you, I got your back. Or I can handle this. And that goes for the fellas as well. You know, we always do that. So a lot of times we kind of make the women feel away too. Because they be like, oh, this man think he the shit because he the only one that did it. But a lot of times y'all women probably might not understand. That man had to do it, and he's happy that he did it. This is where his ego come from, his masculine energy, what make him a male, his 60%. He have to be like, oh, thank you, baby, that's what I'm talking about, I did that. Or even if he did something, you got to put a little emphasis to it. A lot of people nowadays just don't know how to really get along with people. They don't know how to really treat people, but want to be treated nice. So in this world right now, we're living in a time where, yeah, people thinking different, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily good. You get what I'm saying? And people started listening to other people, but that don't mean the people that they're listening to is actually worth listening to. So be careful who y'all listen to over the internet. Pay attention to the people. If it's a feminist and they're going hard on man, or anytime they talk about a man energy, just stop watching that person. Just stop. Some of us, all of us, gonna have that little hits in between it because we have to get out the shit that's actually true. When it's considered truth, like Wack 100 voice, the truth never considered disrespect, dog, because that's the truth. And the truth is, the world has wrapped people around to where they're more considered with being a soulmate and keeping their shit open and not actually building to the top, but just building in the middle, just to keep it like, okay, I could go this way or I could go that way. And the thing about it is, that's the same thing we can see in the world where a lot of balance is missing. And you have a lot of chemical imbalanced people, right? Where the chemicals, aka their brains, their mental things, what's going on is causing chemical reactions, causing them to backfire on things that they shouldn't. Fire off on people that they shouldn't. The people that's actually here for them, they're actually running against. So you also, again, you have the soulmate shit again, to where y'all love each other, but one is willing to come this way and the other one study running. So it's looking like you're chasing the tail all the way around and never catching up to get to each other. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the possibility already there. When y'all first laid this interaction with each other, when y'all first noticed this light across the room, it was a possibility. Now, a lot of times, some things in these days now we would have said some of them is meant to be and all of that there. There ain't no meant no more. This world, it's a different world we live in where people are suggesting things and changing things because they're unhappy in the area in their life. Instead of them saying that they fought that area or that they got strong through it, they're able to break those areas of other people's life and tell them that they're unneeded or unnecessary. To the fact that today you'll have somebody get on the internet and could be a pure feminist and even be gay and could tell you don't need a man. And they're a woman. Like, of course, you find the way not to need a man. And really you do, but you making everything out of this woman to be a man. One thing about it, y'all body's gonna break down a little bit different. Y'all like, it's a lot that was already born like this. That's the reason why we got two genders. When y'all start doing all this shit, it's back to morphing in one gender, but yet we in a universe. Like, that don't make sense. Like, our mind don't work off of just Adam. It got Adam and Eve. It's not just Adam and Steve or Eve and Aisha. It's not what's going on here, man. So at the end of the day, man, we got all type of shit where we got to watch out for and fight these battles, man. So at the end of the day, you better have somebody to fight these battles with you. So a twin flame is way better, man. When you know somebody can have your back, even if something happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that could come with a soulmate, but that soulmate could just be with touching flames. Just got real close to you. But sometimes, remember this, people get close to you for a reason. But at the end of the day, if they like you, it don't mean it's a bad reason. Because they love you and they want to get close to you and they just want to get closer. Y'all going to end up merging and building a lot of great shit together. And manifesting strong shit. Y'all either going to manifest small things fast, huh? Alright. I'm going to fix this noodles, y'all. Y'all can either manifest small things fast or y'all going to manifest big things at a slow, very construct way though. So when it do come in, it ain't too much that could break it. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, y'all have to depend on this certain thing like everybody else. Nah, y'all shit came different. Especially when you in a relationship, y'all listen, man. And y'all relationship growing anyway. Y'all two done been together and now one of y'all done got a car. Y'all two done been together, one of y'all done got an apartment. Y'all two need to stay the fucking together. Cause obviously that shit is working. And anytime you separate, shit don't work the same. Sometimes you forced to have to live on the edge. And at the end of the day, sometimes you're gonna get to that point where you feel like, hey, I'm glad I ain't in this world by myself and everybody needs somebody. Hey. It might not be the love like you think sometimes, but hey. Anyways, man, I'm out. OG Drip.